So we're getting all loaded up, ready to go camping. We're going to do our first overnighter camping away from home. Last video we just did a little test camp in our backyard, checking the gear and making sure we had everything, making sure we could fit everything. This trip we're actually heading up in the mountains and going camping.
Right on. Let's go. Are we ready?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh no.
And I got trees for TJ's cot, tent spot, decent fire pit, river. Yeah, that's a good spot.
So one of my worst pet peeves is people who can't clean up their garbage when they leave. And it's kind of disgusting when you show up to a camp spot and you see garbage everywhere, like everywhere. Beer cans in the bushes, bottle caps just thrown out everywhere. Garbage still in the fire pit. It's like, really? That's your garbage can? But, so, one of my things I always do when I get to a camp is clean up everybody's mess. That way when you leave, or when I leave, then it's cleaner than how I found it. So, here we go. These little caterpillars are everywhere.
So we made it to camp. Got a pretty good spot. Junior just showed up. I'll give you a little quick tour of camp. Parking here. Just got everything starting to get set up. Camp was kind of a mess, so a little bit of cleaning. But pretty good little spot. Suzanne's working on dinner. We'll show you that as it kind of comes together. Fire pit over there, and this way is the tent, and Junior setting up a hammock. He's going to be sleeping in a hammock tonight. Oh, and I'll show you the river. So it's June, early June, so we're still getting quite a bit of runoff. Still the river's pretty high, but it was a really bad winter here. We didn't really get much snow, so the runoff is going to be gone pretty quick, I'm afraid. We had a really dry winter, and so far we're having a really dry spring, so enjoy the runoff while you can, sadly. Yeah. Quick little tour of camp.
We go through Worcestershire sauce like no other.
All right, so apparently Junior's going full crazy on his hammock. He's putting a tent over the top. Keep the bugs off him. All right, so we've watched enough of these videos on YouTube that we know that you're supposed to talk about the beer that you drink.
Jason is having a 1554 made by New Belgium.
New Belgium. Nobody's heard of it, which is good because that's more for me.
Yes.
New Belgium is the company that makes Fat Tire. Most people have heard of Fat Tire. We don't really like Fat Tire.
I am going to be enjoying watermelon white claw.
Cheerleader beer.
Yes. But in a solo cup over ice.
Because we like to party. So yeah. Cheers. Yeah, see, this is going to be simple because a lot of people bring these varieties of beer. Like, okay, I'm going to try this blah, blah, blah from blah, blah, blah.
Our next beer will be the same.
The exact same thing. This is pretty much all I drink, and she usually drinks this, but, you know,
Not in the mood.
she's feeling a little...
A little watermelon-y.
So it's been a while since we've camped like this. We're a little spoiled with an RV, gotta admit. We used to be pros at this, and so we still have some muscle memory and some things to make life a little easier, but it's been a while. It's like we're used to having a clean kitchen with clean surfaces and countertop height surfaces to prepare food on and all that, and so it's a bit of a learning curve, but doing okay.
Oh, it smells so good. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot. Woo! There we go. Ready? Set.
Ooh, is that like carrots? And
Yeah,
peas
carrots and
corn?
peas and corn and
Potatoes?
potatoes.
How many onions?
No onions.
Thank God. All right, we're good.
So if we're going to be friends, there's something you need to know about me. I do not like mornings. I am not a morning person. Filming is a whole nother thing for me, and then having to do it in the morning. Ugh, this is not my time of day. Once I get this in me, then I'm not so bad. But I'm pretty fortunate to live where I do. I tell you, we can ride right from our house to right here. It's 13 and a half miles to right here. A few weeks ago, we did a test in our backyard of all of our gear and made sure we had everything and make sure we could fit everything. We needed to do one more away from home, another gear check, another trip to, again, check gear, make sure we got everything. In 2 weeks from right now, we are going to head up and we are going to ride the Caribou Loop. Now, the Caribou Loop is just, a couple hours north of here. It's a 200-mile loop. About half of it is in eastern Idaho. The other half of it is in western Wyoming. And it's a big loop. They just kind of officially put it together, I think a year or so ago. Added a bridge to try and tie things together. I'd never heard of it. And somebody pointed it out to me, so I started doing some research on it, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that loop. So the plan is to ride about 100 miles, find a place to camp overnight, and then ride the next 100 miles back to the truck. So that is kind of our ultimate immediate goal, is the Caribou Loop. So our test in the backyard and this trip here was, just one last gear shakedown before we do that trip. Yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna do it in 2 weeks. I'll try to get the video up as soon as I can, but be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's our next big trip, our next big goal. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it just because it's an area that we've never ridden. It's now 9:37, and I see TJ over there stirring around. I don't see a lot of stirring around in the tent, so our morning person in this family is the last one out of bed. Go figure. Finally some movement.